Hey everybody, welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco, and I'm here to discuss the character Hyle Hunt. Yeah, I kind of talked about it and flirted with it for a while, and I'm finally just gonna do it. I'm gonna discuss Hyle Hunt. Yeah, so before we go any further, if you've ever been here before, please click like and subscribe. Well, if you like it, subscribe. Don't subscribe if you're not going to watch. If you enjoy it, subscribe. And yeah, I do these in one big long take if you've never been here before. So if that sounds annoying, the fact I'm going to say and ramble, then I'm sorry. Go to a more polished A Song of Ice and Fire creator. There's a lot of them. They're really good. I'm the worst one. All right, just making jokes. Okay, so today I'm going to cover, like I said, Hyle Hunt, and I contemplated never covering Hyle Hunt because I covered Shagwell, and I was like, that's not. And then I covered Septa Maribold, and Hyle Hunt kind of moves along with that, but he doesn't. Just because he's a Brienne chapter character from Feast for Crows, it doesn't mean I only have to cover one, right? So I'm covering good old Hyle. And I do cover A Song of Ice and Fire characters. That's what I do here. It's my lore series. And I cover characters that have never made it into the show or just barely made it into the show. Or they like are not POV characters, right? None of the really big guys. So yeah, let's talk about Hyle Hunt. So Hyle Hunt, or Sir Hyle Hunt, is a knight of House Hunt and captain in service of House Tarley. He is a gallant, eloquent, stubborn, and languid young man. He has a pale face, brown hair, hazel eyes, a cleft chin, a crooked nose, and a scar near his left ear. He is one head shorter than Brienne Tarth, who's about 6.5 feet, so he's roughly about 5.5 feet. Roughly 5 feet 10 inches. Hyle has a full and rich laugh. That's what I would think, right? Is that a full and rich laugh? All right. Hyle wears a white surcoat and wields a sword and rides a chestnut courser. That's his horse. So yeah, just kind of got a scar, but besides that, I think Brienne even says like he's like kind of plain faced, so he's not like handsome, but he ain't bad looking. So let's talk about the house. There isn't much to talk about here. House Hunt is a noble house from the Reach, sworn to House Tarley, known to serve them at Hornhill. Yeah, not much to go for this one. Not at all. House Hunt's a really small house. We don't really know anything about it except that Hyle Hunt is from there. Their sigil is something. Just a dead deer. But yeah. Okay, so like I said, he did serve at Randall Tarley at Hornhill. So let's talk about this. Life at Hornhill. Sir Hyle served House Tarley at Hornhill when Lord Randall Tarley tried to teach his son Samwell. Yeah, Sam Tarley. That Sam Tarley, right? Sam. Okay. When he tried to teach his son Samwell to swim by throwing him in a pond, Hyle had to rescue him. Good parenting. Yeah, horrible parenting. Don't just throw your kids. I mean, it sucks to spend money on swim lessons, but it's worth it, right? I got my daughter in swim lessons, and I want her to swim. And I'm not just going to go, toss her in a pool or a pond. But so also, I'm kind of glossing over it, but he saved Samwell Tarley's life. So we wouldn't have Sam if we didn't have Hyle Hunt. Respect. Okay. Hyle knows, well, maybe somebody else would have saved him. Hyle knows of at least one bastard he has fathered, a girl. So he has a daughter, a bastard daughter. The girl's mother doused him with a kettle of soup the last time he visited his daughter. We don't know the identity of the mother or the type of soup. That was my joke. So not a good relationship with the mother, and last time we tried to visit the daughter, she threw soup all over him. So yeah, but Hyle Hunt, bastard daughter. Okay, so that's all we know about really his upbringing. Now we're going to get into when he got into the story, which for a lot of characters is around the War of the Five Kings. So the wager. Well, at Highgarden, after the breakout of the War of the Five Kings, Sir Edmund Ambrose, Sir Ben Bushy, great name, and Hyle Hunt began a wager taking Brienne's maidenhead, taking her maidenhead. So, taking her virginity. Yeah. So, in his attempt to woo Brienne, Hyle brought Brienne an illuminated book. Illuminated? Okay, cool. Apples and carrots for her horses, and a blue silk plume for her helmet, which I'm pretty sure she was wearing during the melee at Bitterbridge, I think. All right. He told her camp gossip and said things to make her smile. When Lord Randall Tarley heard about this wager, he had it stopped. So she hated him after this, which very, very like makes sense, right? You should hate him. like it's a dirty, gross thing that he did of making a bet with two other guys of, oh, I bet I can sleep with the ugly one first. It's messed up. So yeah, she had plenty of motivation to hate him. So yeah. The Whispers. I was able to just keep everything after Life at Horn Hill. Everything else I have, the titles are those. Right. So The Whispers. After Randall takes Maidenpool, Hyle commands one of the town's gates. Hyle commands one of the town's gates. So he's in charge of one of the gates of the town. Hyle Hunt is. Okay. He encounters Brienne and laments his current predicament, saying he hates it. She leaves with Pod and good old Nimble Dick. I might still cover Nimble Dick. I would have covered everyone from Brienne's group that isn't in the show, because I can't cover Pod, but I might. Maybe around Halloween, so I can talk about the Whispers. Okay. She leaves with Pod and Nimble Dick. Hyle follows Brienne through Claw Point and catches up with her at the Whispers, where she slays Shagwell, Pig, and Timian. Formerly the Brave Companions. So when they went to the Whispers, they run into a bunch of Brave Companions, and she has to fight them all. Right? Hyle insists. Okay, so after helping bury Dick Crab, Hyle insists on bringing the slain outlaws' heads to Randall instead of taking credit for killing the outlaws. Hyle truthfully informs Randall of her valor. So, what did I say there? He kind of walks in on Brienne killing these dudes, and he doesn't take credit for it. He has her come back with the heads, so she gets credit. So he's trying to do the right thing and be nice about it. So the Quiet Isle. Lord Randall Tarley dismisses Hyle from his service. The knight joins Brienne in search for Sansa Stark, whom Jaime Lannister has tasked Brienne with finding. Although Hyle expects a rich reward for helping, the knight follows Brienne, Pod, and Maribold through the Riverlands, stays with her at the Quiet Isles, where they learn that it wasn't the Hound that attacked Salt Pans. And later, they visit the destruction at Salt Pans. They also came across some hanged raiders from Salt Pans, dead with rock salt in their mouths. Ooh, yeesh. So yeah, this. So what did I say? He gets dismissed by Tarley. He asks Randall Tarley, "Hey, can I go with them?" And Tarley's not a big fan of Brienne. He really hates her. So Randall wasn't ordered to go with. Hyle. Hyle kind of wants to help in a weird way. Also, he wants a cut of the money, though, of finding Sansa. So the Septum said that they should continue staring. So, where am I going? Yeah. So this is just a line I really like. So it's this Septum Maribold, when they come across all the hanged men, Septum says, "The sun will soon be setting and corpses make poor company at night. These were dark and dangerous men. I doubt that death would have improved them." So then Hyle says, "There we disagree. These were just the sort of fellows who are most improved by death." I love that line because Septim Marigold, being this pious guy, is like, oh, we should get out of here because these dead outlaws who, attack salt pans, if they, at night they might be worse because, they were evil when they were alive. They're going to be really bad when they're dead. And Hyle Hunt's like, nah, man, they deserve to be dead. So I like that line. Also, it's brutal that they killed the raiders from salt pans that the Brotherhood did, and then they shoved salt rock in their mouth. Wow. All right. Yeesh. I mean, they deserve to die, of course. Okay. They're fictional characters. The proposal. Well, at the Crossroads Inn, Hyle asks Brienne's hand in marriage. He says that it would mean a large castle for him and children for her, saying that she is just as beautiful in the dark and her lips were made for kissing. They're just lips, I think is what Brienne says. He offers to sneak into her bed that night if she leaves it unlocked. She rejects him and promises him castration. If you come in, I'm cutting it off. That's what she tells him. So it's a little misogynistic, but welcome to this world, right? The world's misogynistic. I'm not okaying anything, of course. Hyle Hunt, he can rise above and be a good person. Just because he grows up in a messed up world doesn't mean that he has to be messed up. But that's what he's trying to do. Is he's not only trying to get a knight, but I actually do think that he has a slight affinity for her. And I know I can tell that Hyle isn't attracted to Brienne of Tarth, but he's okay with like spending his life with her. I mean, he gets a big castle out of it, so it's of course a good deal, and it's probably the highest anyone in his family ever raised up. But I think that the way he asked is less gross than her other suitors. And it's still a little gross because he's like, I'll give you kids. All women want kids, right? They're just lips. So yeah, I think this is the second of Brienne's suitors I covered because I covered Red Rhonda Connington too. All right, this is probably Hyle Hunt's my favorite suitor. All right, the Brotherhood. So after the encounter at I skipped. So Brienne intends to leave Hyle behind at the inn, but has not forgiven him for Highgarden. So she's still mad about the wager. Her plan is interrupted by the arrival of Rorge, Biter, and the other former brave companions. She kills Rorge, but Biter leaves her severely injured. Yeah, he eats most of her face. Yeesh. It's brutal, man. That's one of the hardest chapters to read. It really is. That's a really rough chapter when Brienne gets attacked by Biter. But yeah, so this is afterwards, so after she passes out. So after the encounter with the outlaws at the inn, she is taken prisoner by those sworn by Lady Stoneheart. So this is a Brotherhood without banners under Stoneheart. The Brotherhood without banners beats Hyle until his face is unrecognizable. Despite Brienne's insistence that Hyle is innocent of any crimes, he is judged guilty by allying himself with House Lannister and is sentenced to death. Hyle offers to fight Jaime in Brienne's stead, but Lem strikes him in the face. Lem Lemoncloak beats him up. He is hanged alongside Podrick Payne and Brienne, although Brienne shouts a word to intervene. So we don't know what happened. They might have still hung or hanged Hyle, right? They might have. We don't know. They might have killed Pod too. We are pretty sure Brienne's alive, unless Jaime was hallucinating when she goes and sees him. But I was gonna bring up maybe his sigil is like symbolism that he's dead, right? Because it's a dead horse. But I might just be reaching. We don't know if he's dead or alive. So that's it. That's all we got for the story. But I do have my last slide, which I couldn't find a lot of theories on him. So so I'll just read it. I couldn't find many theories about Hyle, just debates on whether or not he is a good guy. So I did find some people who are really shipping him and Brienne, and the kind of parallels between her relationship with Jaime and her relationship with Hyle. But yeah, so There are debates on whether or not he's a good guy. He is crass, and his wager with the other knights is gross, and his views on women are warped by this sexist world. But he isn't that bad compared to other guys in this world. There are definitely some comparisons to be made between him and Brienne and Jamie. So yeah, and by I'm saying compared to other people, there are people like Shagwell and Rourge out there. Like there are some nasty monsters in this world, like people who you wouldn't want to ever run across. And Hyle Hunt isn't that. He's a jerk, right? But is he? So I asked my YouTube channel if he was a jerk, and here are the results. So this is a poll I did on my YouTube channel. And I just said, what do you think of Hyle Hunt? I didn't give any other notes. So he's a jerk, got 17%. He's fine, won with 60%. And he's a good dude, was 24. So less people thought he was a jerk than anything else. And then he's fine is that's the conclusion. So he's fine. And that's it. That's what I wrote. He's fine. So a lot of people don't hate him, don't love him. They don't think he's a jerk, though. But they definitely don't think he's a good dude. So he's fine. There you guys go. That's my Hyle Hunt. I really was excited for covering him. So thanks for watching. I kind of wrestled it for a long time, thinking he was kind of too big of a character. And then also I covered Septim Maribald. Go watch that bit. But yeah. So anyways, that was my Hyle Hunt. Subscribe if you've never done that yet. And also comment. I respond to most comments unless they don't like merit. I can't think of anything. They're like, I watched this. Cool. but yeah, so if you try to start a conversation, I will most likely respond. Please be nice though. But yeah, you guys have a good one, and go and I don't got anything. Go and give apples and carrots to your crush that has a horse. That's dumb.